ceremonies. Please call me Michi. I'll be your host for our day 2, and I'm very excited because it's going to be a full packed of wisdom and learning for sure for our day 2. And we are really hoping that you just for a minute just to wake that person up and say, "I'm so happy you are here today." Yes. A little bit louder. How about the other person beside you? You look good today. All right, another one, just last one. Let's make sure we begin. We are going to offer a prayer and to observe reverence. We are going to begin with invocation. Again, please rise, everybody, for our prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left. May the various activities related to this day be a success through your
Mga
intervention.
kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Walang una sa ating pagpaw, pagdubog at pagturo, upang tayo'y magkaisa sa daigdigan ng ansiguridad o pagpaw naming mahal. Tanging ilaw ang tanglaw, landasabi iyong ilawan sa tagumpay. Walang una sa ating pagbaw, bumubog at magturo, upang tayo'y magkaisa sa daigdigan ng siguridad o pagpaw naming mahal. Tanging ilaw at tanglaw, ganda sa iyong ilawan sa tagumpay. Mabuhay o mabuhay ka, pagpaw naming mahal.
Because we have this kind of community and support from Padpao. Muli po masigabong palakpakan at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Good morning to all of you, and of course we are now going to begin with the official program we have for today. Like we promised, may mga nakalinya po tayo na mga speaker na talaga namang marami po tayong matututunan. And there is no better way to start this day 2, by not by inviting somebody lang, it's going to be somebody na talagang importante sa ating lahat. Our first keynote speaker is going to be introduced by the Padpao Region 4 President. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan po natin President Alfredo de los Santos. A round of applause, please.
Good morning. Hello. Hi. Okay. I was requested to introduce the first speaker for this morning. He is a man na talagang ina-idolize namin sa industry. He was born on October, hindi ko na po babanggitin yung taon kasi tumatanda yung kaibigan ko, in the heart of Katarman, Northern Samar. Happily married to attorney Isa Dizon Alzate, and proud to be a parent of 3 children, Willard Roy, Winfred Clay, and Wilson Marl. He is a member of the Agapay class of 1996 of the Philippine National Police Academy. This marked the beginning of his journey in the police service as a commissioned officer, marking the commencement and remarkable career. Displaying an insatiable thirst for knowledge, our guest pursued a master's degree in public management at the Academy of the Philippines in 2017. Subsequently, completing on 2018. He further pursued his aspiration at the University of Manila and earned his Bachelor's of Laws in 2001. He didn't stop honing his skills and has undergone numerous various military and police trainings. Prior to his current designation, he was entrusted with several positions that bolstered his capability and reliable officer in the different units of the Philippine National Police, such as Headquarters Support Service, Finance Service, PSPG, PNP Training School, PRO Calabarzon, DHRDD, and Directorate for Operation. Throughout his journey, his exceptional leadership, core values of wisdom, patience, and humility have remained steadfast, notably now the Chief Sosia, wherein current and emerging issues of our security professional are addressed and resolved. Ladies and gentlemen, it is both an honor and a privilege for us to welcome an exemplary leader and dedicated public servant to this event. Please join me in giving a resounding welcome to the man at the helm, the Chief Sosia, no other than Police Brigadier General Marlo Roy B. Alzate.
Headed by the PADPAO National President, Mr. Ramon D. Bergado. Of course, the Vice President, the Executive Vice President, Mr. Manny Espejo, and the rest of the directors, yung ating mga regional PADPAO officers, other security agency operators, of course, yung ating contingent galing from SOSIA. A pleasant morning to everybody. Medyo nag-prepare ako ng presentation and discussions. I just don't know, baka maboring kayo. Pero pag si SOSIA, minsan ang agency operator hindi naboboard, ano? Dahil there are a lot of surprises pag si SOSIA na ang kausap. At ano. But at any rate, allow me to present my presentation, siguro. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed PADPAO officers and members and fellow public servants, a pleasant morning again to everybody. Today, I will be showing a brief presentation of the current efforts of SOSIA for the betterment of private. Next, please. As a short background, SOSYA, in pursuant to DPL General Orders number 2010 approved by NAPOLCOM under Resolution number 2021-047, dated April 15, 21, SOSYA is being headed by a police officer with the rank of Police Brigadier General and assisted by the Assistant Chief SOSYA with the rank of Police Colonel. SOSYA is composed of the following divisions. 1, the Enforcement Management Division. 2, the Security License Division. The Security Training Management Division and the Security Canine Management Division. Each division is headed by a police commissioned officer with the rank of police colonel and assisted by respective assistant chiefs with the rank of police lieutenant colonel, while section chiefs have the rank of police major. Marami, because this is my piece, lagi ko itong sinasabi. I've been in SOSYA, nakatatlong balik na ako. I've been in SOSYA 1999 to 2005. Bumalik ako ng 2012 to 2015, then bumalik ako ngayon as the Chief SOSYA. So nakita ko how is the transition, how the security industry evolves. Ako din ako lalayo. Everybody knows this, lalo yung matagal na sa industry. If you go to SOSYA, yung mga panahon nung early 2000 or late, early 2010, ang SOSYA is parang palengke. Let's admit, total, tapos na yun eh. Pagpasok mo sa SOSYA, unang sasalubong sa iyo ay sino? 25,000 ang member niya. Ang post niya in a day is hindi bumababa sa 50. Ang reactions niya hindi bumababa sa 1,000. Ang share niya ay hindi bumababa sa 500. Meaning, yung industriya natin halos nandoon na. And kami, as regulatory body of the PNP, of the industry, dapat din nag-i-evolve kami. Including, I believe, siguro sa inyo as agency operators. We have to evolve. And we have to deal kung ano ang dapat natin tinitingnan. Even on our end, sa amin, sa regulation side, sabi ko sa mga tao natin, hindi na nyo kailangan pang mag-ikot to get the violation. Pumunta kayo sa chat groups. The highest standards of service and integrity. Let this occasion serve as a reminder that our collaboration is vital in shaping the future of security in the country. SOSYA remains dedicated to supporting initiatives that empower the industry, promote compliance, and ensure that private security plays a key role in safeguarding communities today and in the years to come. As I end my presentation, allow me to borrow the words of Helen Keller, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Again, magandang umaga po sa atin lahat at maraming salamat po.
Marami pong salamat, Chief SOSYA, Police Brigadier General Marlo Roy Alzate. Masigabong palakpakan, please remain on. Mr. Marlo Roy Alzate, Chief of SOSYA, in grateful recognition of your exceptional achievement and lasting contribution to the private security industry as honored guest speaker during the 67th founding anniversary National Convention of the Philippine Association of Detective and Protective Agency Operators, or PADPAO Incorporated. Through your steadfast dedication, you have not only upheld the ideals of security, you have elevated into a legacy of purpose, dignity, and honor. Mga matitikas na security personnel ng PADPAO, palakpakan naman po natin yan. Thank you so much, everybody. Now, I know, let me just remind also all of you guys before we proceed with our next speaker that we have a lot of exhibitors. They have their booth outside. Maari nyo po silang puntahan also later during our lunch break. Marami po silang mga produkto o mga offerings that you guys can take advantage. So wag niyo pong kalimutan mamaya na after po ninyong kumain o kapag magsi-CR po kayo, do not forget to drop by to their booth. And we also have our major sponsors here inside the hall. Pwede nyo po silang puntahan mamaya. We have Versa Pagsem. With a distinguished career spanning over 3 decades, he has been instrumental in shaping and implementing policies that enhance social security, SSS coverage to job order workers and informal sector employees, underscoring his commitment to inclusive social protection. His leadership is characterized by a blend of legal expertise, strategic vision, and a deep-seated commitment to public service, making him a pivotal figure in the ongoing efforts to strengthen the Philippine social security system. With that being said, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming on stage our next speaker, Attorney Antonio S. Argabioso. Palakpakan naman po natin. Yan lang po ba yung ipapalakpak natin to our next guest speaker. Marami pong salamat sa ating enerhiya. There you go. We're just gonna be waiting for him to come up on stage. Ay, andito na po pala po. Okay, sir. Dito po. Opo, dito na lang po. Muli po natin ang ating speaker. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Good morning. 67th founding anniversary. We know the feeling po. 67 years na rin po ang SSS sa Pilipinas. Magkaedad po tayo, President Bergado, ABP Espejo, as well as Dr. Franco, the convention chairman today. Bakit ba may SSS? I've been here for 40 years. And the most challenging question that was thrown to me is that, hindi naman po ako nagkakasakit, sabi ng tao. Hindi rin ako nangungutang. Hindi rin po ako nabalda. Of course, sasabihin ko naman sa isip ko, someday naman, pag bumait ka masyado, kukunin ka rin naman sa taas. But it is not the purpose of the social security system. Actually po, misnomer ng konti, dahil we are in the business of social insurance. Kaya may bayad po may contribution. But if we will analyze sa history po ng social insurance nagsimula sa Europe, nung nagkaroon ng mga middle class. Dati kasi royalty lang, pagkatapos yung mga so-called poor. Minsan-minsan yung mga medyo walang kayang mga tao, nagkakasakit, they knock at the door of the noblemen sa bahay nila. Kuminsan gabi pa, kuminsan snow time pa. Natatakot doon sila, naaawa, gusto nilang tumulong. Hanggang sa mag-decide sila, sabi, why don't we pour our resources and have an institution kung saan nangangailangan, doon na lang pupunta. Contribution. But we know that monthly contribution is entitled to 7 kinds of benefits. Sickness, maternity benefit, disability benefit, death benefit, retirement. Pagkatapos meron po kami ngayon na bagong Provident Fund, and the last one is insurance benefit. The Provident Fund is a new benefit given to us under Republic Act 11199, which was enacted by the Congress in 2018 and made effective January. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, sa 7 benefit na yon, kahit kailan, hindi manganganak yung lalaking nagbayad. Because part of his contribution is for the maternity benefit. So meaning, some of the amount being contributed to the common fund will be used by other people who need it. Walang may bayad siya para sa maternity benefit yung lalaki, pero kahit kailan, hindi naman siya makaka-avail ng benefit na yun. Because that portion of the contribution of the common fund will be given to someone who needs it. Now, may magandang ginawa ang Congress po at magpapasalamat po kami sa ating legislative body because hindi na po ganoon ang contribution scheme sa SSS. Ang sinasabi natin kanina is the basic social security contribution. Now, meron pong portion na ibinabayad ngayon starting 2019. Ito, public fund. But the so-called Provident Fund is owned exclusively by the member himself. Hindi na po yun nahahalo doon sa dati sa basic social contribution. At ganoon din ho ang hatian nila kapag nagbigay na 1 peso si employer, 2 pesos para galing kay employer. Pag nagbigay na 1 peso si member in this instance social security personnel, dodoblehin ni employer po yung contribution. So meaning yung 1 peso na contribute niya, someday he will get 3 pesos. Pagkatapos iba pa yung retirement, iba pa yung debt, yung 7 sinabi ko kanina, 6 na sinabi ko kanina. Yun po ang bago sa SSS. May mga hindi ko na masyadong pakakaba yung value of SSS benefit dahil matagal na rin po natin ginagawa ito. Nabigyan lang po ako with your permission po, binigay po sa akin kasi yung concerns of may mga kaibigan din naman po ako sa mga agencies. Kakilala. Sa amin ng 3 months, dahil ang aming anniversary po ay sa September pa. Good morning po sa lahat. Thank you po.
Come up on stage. Of course, we are not going to let you go without you receiving a special certificate or probably a plaque to appreciate your effort and your wisdom shared to all of us today. So again, this plaque of honor and distinction is presented to Attorney Antonio S. Agrabioso, the Senior Vice President of the Zone Operations Group, current Acting Head Account Manager Group of SSS. Through your steadfast dedication, you have not only upheld the ideals of security, you have elevated into a legacy of purpose, dignity, and honor. Given this 25th day of April 2025 during the PADPAO 67 founding anniversary and national convention undersigned by our national president and chairman of the board, President Ramon Bergado. Palakpakan po natin Attorney Antonio S. Agrabioso. So, with regard with SSS matters naman po, again, if you do have questions about this, isulat lang po sa papel. Kindly put your calling cards so we can contact you directly to answer your queries regarding SSS. Okay, so marami pong salamat sa mga magtatanong because that could also be a gem for many of us, especially to our officers, because we know that we could learn from you as well.
Lang. Our guest speaker just recently informed us that they are available for meeting every quarter. And for that matter, I would like to request the directors and the presidents of the different regions to be available and share their experiences and their concern. This is quarterly. Schedule na lang namin. Okay? Thank you.
We request everybody to settle down. Nakapag-stretch na po tayo. So we're gonna be proceeding to the next meet of our event. Again, topic, our speaker is the Distinguished Authority in Security, Safety, Emergency, and Crisis Management, holding both local and international credentials as the only certified emergency manager or CEM in the country. Wow. Mr. Aguda has an extensive professional background, including his tenure as Assistant Vice President and Head of Safety and Events Risk Management at ABS-CBN Corporation. Wow. Presently, he provides consultancy junior CEM, CBCP, and MSM. Palakpakan po natin, Sir Martin. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. So thank you to the PADPAO leadership, Sir Bergado, and to the executives of PADPAO, to our partners in the Philippine National Police. He played, okay, people start climbing the trusses, the stage, and other temporary structures. Okay, tell me, is there crowd management here? Bakit hindi na prevento ng mga security forces there? These chiefs of Batangas attended. And ang feedback sa akin, bago sa amin to, hindi namin napag-aralan to sa academy. So this is part of my advocacy, is to share that there is a science called crowd management that we need to understand. Okay. The term stampedes, progressive crowd collapse, and crowd crash. All the same, it will lead to tragedy. Stampede is a term wherein people will rush forward, tumatakbo, di ba? And people start to get trampled. Crowd crash at crowd collapse, when the crowd is tightly packed in a class. This is a picture of a religious procession in Iraq. Sometime, may sumigaw ng bomba. Okay? People panic, wala namang actual bomb. People rush towards their safety. Some jump doon sa river. 100 plus ang patay dito. Okay? So let me teach you the science. Okay? Let me teach you the science of crowd management. This is a 3-day course that I conduct for security and safety professionals, for law enforcement, for DRR. I just want to capture your attention regarding categorizing them according to their organization. How are they organized? According to their density and according to the energy. What do I mean pag sinabing energy? Ang crowd may sariling energy yan. Diba? A rock concert will have high energy. An emotional crowd will have high energy. A papal funeral will have a low energy. A religious procession will have a low energy. So may energy ang crowd. Binabantayan natin yung energy na yan because if we if we are faced with a high energy crowd and we fail to control them, you have a problem. So pag sinabi natin ambulatory crowd, naglalakad. Little structure, they don't know each other. Irregular density, it depends kung ano yung attraction doon sa lugar na yon. And they have low energy. Pag sinabi natin collective identity, hindi magkakilala. So wala kayong pakialaman. No, that's the word collective energy. The next is what we manage in concerts. Ang tawag natin dito, audience, no? Audience. So sa audience, they are highly organized. That's why sometimes when we want to manage a rowdy crowd, we tend to change the music into a slower music. Kung si Parokyan Edgar kumakanta, palitan mo ng Sarah Geronimo just to lower the energy of the crowd. That's the science behind analyzing the energy of the crowd. Collective identity, like in this ballroom, okay, we have a collective identity, can be multiple collective identities. Participatory crowd is when you are part of the crowd itself. Ayan, di ba? Procession, fun run. Uso ngayon ang running era ngayon, no? Ang dami. Pag sa UP, every Saturday, Sunday, kala mo may organized na fun run pero nag-exercise ang mga tao. Di ba? Si Sir, tumatakbo ka araw-araw, no? Grabe. Nag-register ako sa marathon. Sabi ko, 5K, 3K, 5K, 10K, 21K, 42K. Siyempre, sumali ako sa 42K kasi akala memorize ko na yan. If you put in another event, it will have a different dynamics. No? So palagi may risk assessment ka. No two events are the same. So I don't do template. If people ask me, Martin, bigyan mo ako ng costing ngayon, sa MOA Arena tayo, hindi ako makapagbigay because I have to study the profile of the event because it might be different per type of event. Crowd management is about planning, planning, and planning. Hindi ka titigil gumawa ng plano mo, not until yung D-Day mo. And I'd like to emphasize sa ating mga security and safety practitioners here, a security plan is different from a crowd management plan. Magkaiba po yan. In a security plan, you see deployment. Okay? You see processes. But in a crowd management plan, you see where to put the crowd. There is this timing. Gaano mo kabilis mapoprocess yung crowd. Sa sitemap, I want to see directional signs. Time in motion, that is a crowd management plan. But a crowd management plan can enhance your overall security plan. Okay? Crowd management is multidisciplinary. Security, safety, crowd management, disaster, crisis management as well. And kaya ko in-emphasize to, it's about duty of care. When we call people, when you invite people, that is so unique to events, is a contingency plan on how to stop the event. Kasama po palagi yan. Tawag doon, event stoppage protocol. What if talagang hindi mo na makaya, sobrang gulo na? Part of the contingency plan, tell the production people, we have to stop the event. We have to get, kaya nangyari yan. Pinull out yung mga bini sa Luneta. Na-stop yung mga event dyan sa Makati. It happens, but it should be part of the contingency plan. Who will declare the show stoppage? Okay? And with that summary, maraming salamat. This is my contact number just in case you want to seek technical guidance on crowd management. Maraming salamat po and good morning to everyone. Thank you, Pat Pao.
Thank you so much, Sir Martin. That was very insightful. Marami po kaming natutunan. But please stay up on stage as we give you our plaque of appreciation. May we please call our PADPAO Board of Directors, of course, our convention chairman, and the rest of the officers po who want to go up and help us out with this plaque of honor and distinction to be presented to Mr. Martin J. Aguda Jr., Managing Director of Disaster Intelligence Incorporated, in grateful recognition of your exceptional achievement and lasting contribution to the private security industry, as honored plenary speaker with the topic of the science of art of managing crowds during the 67th founding anniversary National Convention of the Philippine Association of Detective and Protective Agency Operators, or PADPAO, given this 25th day of April 2025 at Soler Resort North. Undersigned by National President and Chairman of the Board, President Ramon D. Bergado. Marami pong salamat, Sir Dr. Martin J. Aguda Jr. Palakpakan naman po. Marami po bang natutunan on how we can really manage disasters during crowd events and etc. I'm sure a lot of you guys, trying to process all the learnings na natutunan po natin as the system, di ba, continues to be upscaled in time po. Natutunan natin, marami pa pala tayong
Once again, Ice 5. But this time, may I request everybody to direct your attention here at the back, as I'm going to interview one of our sponsors that's actually set up inside the beautiful hall. Of course, it's called Dubo.ph. And we are...
Yeah, so we also have jail location. If you use the mobile app for the time tracking, so the employees can only time in and time out in their work locations. We will also be having a one-device solution that could be mounted in the work location of our employees. It is also using
Keeping itself, it is already computed the time of working hours. So, doon natin i-compute sa Mira. Yeah, so yung big computation. Maganda yun. So, thank you so much. That's gonna be it for Dubo.ph. And again, if you want to know more about their offerings and service, do not hesitate to visit their booth. We have Marielle, CJ, and the rest of their staff who's there ready to, of course, give you guys your best service for today and onwards for future purposes. So, go ahead, guys.
I'd like to congratulate PADPAO for their anniversary and also for the convention. Versa is basically a solutions provider. We provide basically communication equipment, two-way radios, and as our booth says, we're revolutionizing security leadership with future-ready innovation. So what we have is the latest when it comes to communication. We have the two-way radio that is what we call the POC, or Push to Talk Over Center. Try to talk to our relationship managers, and they're always willing to explain to you and also to provide free trial, or what we call.
So, let me just, for today na po ba yung promo natin or do you have another deadline for that?
Actually, this is just a special promo for the
Talaga siya, more than advanced. Sobrang grabe na talaga siya. No? We are really adapting to the change of technology. So, fast changing siya at sumusunod ang versa. So, please visit their booth now kasi nga po may special promo sila. And today na because of the 67th Padpao anniversary. Kaya, visit their booth now. Palapakan natin Versa. We're gonna play the video of Versa and 2 will not each later. But very quickly,
napanood niyo po, it's the story of our guards. Sino po ba ang nakapanood? Siyempre wala, di ba? Kasi busy kayo kumain, di ba? Pero punta na lang po kayo sa Facebook namin. Panoorin niyo po. Pero ano po ibig sabihin nun? Bakit namin hina-highlight ang kwento ng 5-9? Ang tagline nga po namin ay sama daw po ng loob niya sa tatay niya. Kasi ang Pasko at Bagong Taon, hindi niya kasama yung nanay at tatay, yung tatay niya. So ako po naranasan ko rin yun, no, na wala kang tatay. Walang magdala sa'yo sa kapitbahay mo para mamasko. Diba? So, having said that, no, sasagot po yun. Okay? Yun po ang ating ginagawa. So again, maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta nyo, sa walang sawang pagsuporta nyo po sa amin. And we are here, no, kaisa nyo po kami para sa pag-empower ng ating industry. So maraming salamat po and ituloy nyo lang po ang inyong pagkain. Thank you po.
Continue to the second set of our program. For today, for the 67th founding anniversary of PADPAO and our national convention. Did you guys enjoy your food? Can you give me a thumbs up sign? A little bit of engagement. Yes, masarap po ano. So please serve yourself. Meron pa po yan on this. Syempre tatawagin po natin ang ating convention chairman to give an amazing highlight of introduction for our next keynote speaker. Without further ado, give a hand for our convention chairman, Director Larry T. Franco. Palakpakan naman po natin.
Thank you, Miss Beautiful. Busog na po ba ang lahat? Our next guest speaker is a Police General, Filipino Police General. Pinoy ka, sir. Director of Project Support and Logistics. Former Director, PNP Directorate for Plans or DPL. Former Director, PNP Directorate for Information and Communications Technology Management. Former Director, PNP Special Action Force or SAF. Former Chief, PNP Directorate for Police Community Relations. Born on September 26, 1970. With 3 Commander of the PNP Area Police Command in Western Mindanao with the rank of Police Lieutenant General 3-star. Member of PMA Class 1992. Please help me welcome Police Lieutenant General Bernard M. Bana.
Afternoon to all of us who are here. Isang karangalan ang maging bahagi muli ng anibersaryo at National Convention ng ating pinakamamahal na PADPAW. Alam niyo po, ang aking assignment ay ang Western Mindanao Command, Police Area Command, na nakabase po sa Pagadian City. And I cover the entire Western Mindanao from General Santos City, Cotabato City, Pagadian City, Zamboanga City, to Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi, up to Bonggao, Tawi-Tawi. Yan po ang the whole coverage of the area Western Mindanao. At ang sabi ko po sa ating mahal na Pangulo, President Mon Bergado, sabi ko, Sir, malayo man ang Western Mindanao, kailangang makarating ako sa inyong 67th Anniversary and National Convention. Pagbati po sa ating mahal na Pangulo, President of PADPAW National Director Ramon D. Bergado, at sa atin pong Executive Vice President, PADPAW National, Colonel Manuel P. Espejo, Philippine Air Force, retired. Thank you, sir. At ang ating National Convention Chairman, Director Larry T. Franco. Director Larry, mabuhay ka. Salamat sa invitation. At sa lahat ng mga members of the Board of Trustees, our distinguished guests, all delegates coming from the various members of the PADPAW, I extend the warmest congratulations of the men and women of the Western Mindanao Police Area Command, PADPAW, under the able stewardship of President Ramon D. Bergado, as you celebrate your 67th anniversary this year, highlighted by the PADPAW National Convention for the last 2 days. The Philippine National Police as well joins the 1,800 member agencies of PADPAW in commemorating this significant occasion with the theme, Leading the Future of Security, Innovation, Excellence, and Sustainability. We all know that 67 years since its establishment in 1958, the PADPAW has evolved into the country's largest confederation of private security providers that responds to the needs and requirements of all sectors of our nation, to include the government, the private, business, commercial, and samahan. Mabuhay ang PADPAW! Happy 67th Anniversary and National Convention. Mabuhay ang PADPAW! Maraming salamat.
Napakaganda po ng inyong welcome message for our second part for the day 2. General, marami pong salamat sa pagbisita as well. May we request all of our Board of Directors, so please come up on stage for our VVIP. Pwede po bang umakyat ang ating mga officers ng PADPAO as we award this plaque? In grateful of recognition of his exceptional achievement and lasting contribution to the private security industry as honored guest speaker during the 67th founding anniversary National Convention of PADPAO. This is given to Police Lieutenant General Bernard M. Banag, the Director in Special Action Force of SAF. Undersigned by our National President, Chairman of the Board, President Ramon D. Bergado. Marami pong salamat. Masigabong palakpakan para po sa ating bisita. Salamat po. Also, we are going to take advantage of this moment that we have an invited guest for our oath taking. So we are going to call PADPAO Region 1, Region 6, and Negros Island to please stand up as we have come to the most important part of our PADPAO celebration, and that is your oath taking. Again, ladies and gentlemen,
May I request the audience to please rise?
everybody please rise.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been duly elected as Regional Officer of the Philippine Association Detective and Detective Agency Operators, representing Region, do hereby solemnly swear duties of my office without false integrity, competence, and dedication, in accordance with the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, that tarnish the integrity of our profession, that I will respect the mandates of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, by my peers, and I shall perform its responsibilities without fear or favor, for the benefit of the association, the industry, and the Filipino nation.
Bernard and Banag, and congratulations to all of you to Region 1, 6, and This moment marks not only a celebration of leadership, but a commitment to service, excellence, and the continued advancement of the private security industry in their
Our next speaker. With over 30 years of combined experience in the industrial security and criminology profession and academy, our speaker has dedicated his career to safeguarding organizations, mentoring future security professionals, and advancing best practices in the field. His expertise spans corporate security management, risk assessment, crisis first and second edition, published across the country in National Bookstore. At present, he serves as the Assistant Vice President and Head of General Security of Rockwell Land Corporation, a real estate company of the Lopez Group of Companies for 24 years and counting. Palakpakan naman po natin. Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Mr. Estelito June A. De La Cruz Jr., PhD, MSCJ, MBA. Palakpakan po, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Salamat po sa walang sumagot. Mahirap sundan si General eh. May dalawang kamay yung tinaas. But anyway, thank you, Pad Pao. Just quick correction. My topic is not about what's stated in the program. That was the topic last year in Iloilo. So I'll be talking a different topic but directly related to that particular topic. This is my 4th year to be one of the plenary speakers of PADPAW. So meaning parang Netflix lang siya, series. Hanggang ngayon, yung statement of account, hindi pa rin po bumabalik. Pero paano mo sisingilin yung Dr. Fulgencio at Dr. Bergado? Siyempre, wala yon. So kindly please share my very short presentation. Originally, I'm scheduled to talk from 1:30 to 2:30. Kaya lang 1:45 na. So I will just talk about mga 30 to 40 minutes per slide. So per slide yon. May palaro pa naman ako. Ang tagal. So kanina po I was very fascinated with the SOCMED. Nakikita ko ang dami nagpo-post about this particular convention, national convention. And talagang ang mga Filipino are so active in terms of the SOCMED, the social media platform. So according to the study, January 2025, Filipinos are active. The number of Filipinos active in the SOCMED is 90.8 million Filipinos, or translated to 78%. Kaya nagagamit talaga ang SOCMED. So this is my topic, gentlemen and ladies. Kindly return to the first slide. Replacing one security officer 6 months due to turnover. Yan ang choices. Sino pumipili sa letter A? Taas ng kamay. Maraming salamat po sa mag-asawang Cavaliers, si Ma'am Tors. Dalawa lang ang bumoto dito, doon. Mga taga Megaforce, syempre, provider namin yan, boboto yan. Sa letter B, how about letter B? Yung iba, saan kayo? Walang or dito. But, just to prove the point, gentlemen and ladies, according to this particular study, it's very expensive in always replacing people. If you factor yung retention in terms of lost knowledge, hiring, and retraining, it's very expensive in personnel security. Pag nag-hire kayo ng mga tao, gumagastos ka. Yung pag-fill up lang nila ng application form, it's an expense already on the part of the company, right? Tapos papainumin mo pa ng tubig, gagastos pa ang company. Papagpag pa, may housekeeping issue pa. So, if we look at it from the perspective of the business, you are incurring direct losses and indirect losses, correct? The direct losses is the cost. Pag nawala yung taong yun, yung kanyang contribution. At of course, yung lahat ng mga activities na ginawa natin. So given that point, gentlemen and ladies, why do we need to retain people? According to this study, look at that study. 24%. If a company, if you want to realize a company, how do we compile operation? Ito yung mga pinag-uusapan. Ang tawag dyan, that's part of the loss prevention program, shrinkage management. So ang criteria, 20% for the next 3 months. Plus, engagement of employees. Ano yung engagement of employees? Pag may nakita ka, i-report mo. See something, say something. Yan. So, nire-rate yan. So, ano ang reward? 5,000, hindi per employee. Malulugi naman yung negosyo. Per store. Pang lunch ba? Or pwedeng may libreng lunch. Or extra rest day. Depende sa company kung kaya nila. So, my fellow director in the Mall Security Management Association, my fellow trustee and national directors, we have the Director Roger Federizo of RJC Security, and of course, Miss Sheila Brandis. Andiyan ba si Sheila, nagbebenta ng radyo? And any other, of course, we will be having also our national convention this particular year. Kung yung gusto magpa-imbestiga ng mga asawa nyo, tawagan nyo po lang yung Right Eye Detective and Protective Services. Paimbestigahan nyo po pag marami ng pera yon. Kasi yung hatian ba ng property, ako na hong bahala sa abogado niyan. Nandiyan si Attorney Robert. No? So yun po yung mga pinagagawa namin. Chismoso kami. Yan lang po ang trabaho namin, investigation. My wife is the president of that company. At I am also helping her. We are in the business for the last 15 years of that particular investigation company. Our clients are from the corporate and of course, the individual. Thank you very much, everyone. Congratulations, Pat Pao.
Thank you so much, Sir June. Grabe naman po yung paimbestigahan ng mga Sir June, please remain on stage as we are going to give you your plaque of appreciation. Ang dami po naming natutunan. So, 3 key points, KSA. Of course, knowledge, skills, and attitude. Very important po yan. So, week 1 award, may we request again the Pat Pao Board of Directors, please come up on stage. And we wanna award this plaque of honor and distinction to Mr. Estelito A. de la Cruz Jr. for his exceptional achievement and lasting contribution to the private security industry. Given this 25th day of April 2025 during the Pat Pao 67 founding anniversary, undersigned by our national president, President Ramon P. Mercado. Marami pong salamat, Sir June. Palakpakan naman po. Thank you so much, Sir or Dr. Estelito A. de la Cruz. Sir June. In this hour. Now, we are going to talk about Pat Pao rate as a guideline. So, hindi ko na po papatagalin. I'll be calling the next speaker right away. So, up next, we are honored to introduce a woman whose leadership has left a lasting impact across the security industry and meant by PSIS International. Palakpakan naman po natin yan. She is currently the Pat Pao National Director and Pat Pao Auditor. Without further ado, let's welcome on stage, palakpakan po natin, Ms. Helen C. Aquino.
Pat Pao, nandito na naman ako. Hope makapagbigay ako sa inyo ng knowledge about our Pat Pao cost distribution. Today, I will discuss and present to you our so-called Pat Pao cost distribution. Our computation are our guidelines to follow in our submission of our offers to our client. For emphasis, these computations are being considered by most of our clients, be it in the private sector and even sa government. Mostly, kung sa government, kasi yun medyo ang forte ko, pagdating sa government bidding, talagang humihingi sila ng cost breakdown ng Pat Pao. At ginagawa nilang basis ng kanilang budget. So, eto yung nakikita nyo sa baba, sila yung mga kami pala. Ang mga signatory with regards dito sa Pat Pao cost distribution natin. Gusto ko lang mabigyan ng emphasis sa inyo na ang Pat Pao computation natin, hindi yan basta kinumpute natin. Meron niyang mga references. Ang ating cost distribution ay regionalized. Siguro alam niyo naman, under Republic Act 6727, lahat ngayon regionalized na ang mga minimum wage. So kagaya last year, medyo ang dami, hindi pa sabay-sabay lumalabas. Kaya ang ating cost distribution habang lumalabas yung mga minimum wage na ipinapasa ng DOLE at saka ng regions, saka natin sila kinukompute. Ang ating ngayong standard computation is for 8 hours and 12 hours duty based on deployment of guards for 3 shifts at saka 2 shifts na, day shift and night shift. Ito kasi yung clamor o yun ang common na laging itinatawag sa atin sa PADPAW kasi nagkakaroon ng question as to dun sa night differential. Kaya ang inilabas na natin ngayon na cost distribution, dalawa. Isang pang-araw na lang at isang pang-gabi. Mamaya, papakita ko sa inyo kung paano siya. Ang reference natin dito is yung latest DOLE workers statutory monetary benefit may be subject of an agreement between the employer and the recognized collective bargaining agreement yan, of the employees. Meaning, kung nagkasundo o napag-usapan, sinabi nyo sa gwardiya o hahatiin natin yung 13-month pay nyo, pwede yun. Non-inclusion in the regular wage. Ito maraming tanong. Kasi pag nagkukompute ng mga SSS, bakit daw hindi kasama? Bakit binaminus? Doon sa ating total amount to guard, inaalis natin doon yung 13-month pay. Kasi andito siya, 13-month pay is not part of the regular wage of employees for purposes of determining overtime and premium payments, fringe benefit contributions to the state insurance fund, social security system, national health insurance program, and private retirement plans. Nandun din yan sa ng SSS. May enumerate, papakita ko sa inyo mamaya yung provision na yon ng SSS na hindi man directly sinabi but is still there. Ito yung sa 13-month pay na computation. Paano natin i-compute? Ang formula is daily wage times 365 kasi yung pinakita ko sa inyong sample kanina ay yung 7 days work divided by 12 over 12 para makuha natin ang monthly provision natin sa ating cost distribution. Ganyan ang pag-compute. Kaya ang nasa cost breakdown natin is 1634.90. Pero pag the end of the year, ang total niyan natatanggapin ng isang security guard rendering 7 days a week work is 19,618.80 na dapat ma-release natin sa kanila na yan sa ating bagong 5%. So yun, ito naman yung pag-ibig. 200 na ngayon kasi nag-effect yan last year na February. Ito yung kanilang circular na inano na nila ng 2%. Galing yan sa sa Pag-ibig Fund. Ito dito tayo. Administrative overhead and margin. Okay. Ito yung ating not less than 20% kasi for 917 20% of the total contract cost. We are considering ang total contract cost ng contract ay yung amount to guard and to government. Yun ang total contract cost na pinagbabasihan natin ng ating agency fee or what we call the administrative fee. And then, PADPAW maintains a 24% allocation for the agency fee as PADPAW standard rate, taking into consideration the acquisition and maintenance of various equipment being required by the aking presentation. And hopefully, nakuha nyo kung ano man ang ine-explain ko. Feel free to email na lang sa PADPAW if there is any question. Alam naman yun ni Mon yung mga tumatawag. And sa ngayon naman, medyo marami akong free time. Kasi nag-retire na rin ako sa ano namin sa operation side. So kung may questions kayo, sa through Padpaw na lang. And where I could help, I will. Lalo na kung paano nyo kukumputin yung mga 6 days, 5 days na mga computation nyo. Pwede naman akong mag-advise. Hanggang doon lang. Thank you very much.
Yes, especially pag payment, ma'am, ang usapan, importante talaga. If we're gonna talk about numbers, we need to be very sure. Marami pong salamat, Ma'am Helen Aquino. Wait lang po as we are going to award you your plaque of appreciation. Of course, we'll be calling Sir Larry and the rest of the officers kung sino po ang kayang umakyat on stage to help us out with the awarding of this plaque of honor and distinction to be presented to Ma'am Helen Aquino Padpaw, National Director and Auditor, in grateful recognition of her exceptional achievement in last.
Hello. Thank you again, Miss Beautiful. Michi. Ang pangalan ng IMSI natin, Michi. Ang contact number is nasa akin. Our next and I believe the last speaker for this convention is a self-made entrepreneur turned public servant. As he is fondly called Mike, he completed his graduate studies with a master's degree in economics and his undergraduate studies with a double degree in Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Business Management in the La Salle University, Manila. After having stints as a college instructor in his alma mater and as a manager in one of the leading banks in the Philippines and as president of his father's trucking company, Mike started to build his own name as an entrepreneur. Mike established the Aglipay Group of Companies, which consists of enterprises in the private security, logistics, real estate, development, hospitality, and automotive industries. In 2019, Mike accepted the challenge to give back to his country the blessings that he has received through his businesses by becoming a public servant. He took oath as chairman of a party list and became taong na naging dahilan why we enjoy the 20% administrative fee in charging our clients. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the first nominee of Diwa Party List, Congressman Michael Edgar Yan Aglipay.
Good afternoon. Before I start my formal speech, acknowledge Mr. Ramon Bergardo, Chairman, President of Padpaw, Colonel Espejo, Executive Vice President, our Convention Chair, Larry Franco. And before I get into my main speech, since nakita ko yesterday, the other day na si Tito Mon ay winilchair, nag-alala ako. Baka hindi ko na siya ma-recognize. Kasi dati sanay ako, mas mabilis pa siya magtumakbo sa akin. So, before I start my speech, gusto ko i-recognize si Tito Mon Bergado dahil since 1991, he has given his life to Padpaw. And since 1998, he has been our president and chairman. So that's almost 35 years. Alam niyo po, natutunan ko sa politics, walang permanent friends, only permanent interests. Pero si Tito Mon has been a good friend to my father and to me. And that's why yung 11917 na siyang my brainchild, yung Private Security Industry Act. Bago ako pumunta dito sa taas, sinabihan niya ako na, Mike, sabihin mo 12 years yan, hindi makalabas sa committee, ng House, pero ikaw lang nagpalabas doon sa committee, lumabas sa 2 houses of Congress at saka napirma ni flyers. Our security personnel provide visibility of authority that deters criminals from acting on their plans. Our security personnel provide information and intelligence as they man CCTV systems of various establishments, both private and public. And our security personnel are trained to handle and de-escalate conflict situations that cause trouble and scandal. But aside from this obvious positive influence on the private security agencies as force multipliers, I believe our role in DIWA in creating a society where peace and order prevails is in donors, greater government support for the private sector, and continuous professionalization and skills development, and a strong and dedicated voice for our security industry in Congress. All of this we have started already with our industry, the private security industry, through the Republic Act 11917. And we wish to do the same for other industries in our country. Let us stand together, united to protect and advance the interests of our industry and the professionals who serve in it. Together with DIWA Party List, we push forward reforms and policies that benefit every security agency, owner, operator, and personnel in the country. My friends, I stand before you today, first to ask for your vote for DIWA Party List, but second, and more importantly, is ask for your active involvement. Help me spread the word I shared today. Tell your guards, your staff, your personnel, your colleagues, and your family, and your friends about DIWA. Let them know that DIWA Party List is and always will be your trusted ally in Congress. On May 12, let us unite and cast our votes for DIWA Party List, number 143 on the ballot. Maraming salamat po sa tiwala at suporta. Mabuhay po ang PADPAW. Happy 67th founding anniversary. And mabuhay po ang security industry. Mabuhay ang DIWA Party List. Implemented. So ngayon, sama-sama tayo bilang industriya. Sa November, may time pa tayo magkaroon ng consultations para yung voice natin. Hindi ho disunited, hindi muffled, but united and strong and clear para po yung mga gusto natin mapalitan sa IRR to align with the law will be replaced, amended. So yun lang po. I'm happy na yung previous ako nagsalita sa Midas, mas malaki ngayon, mas malaki budget, mas maganda yung hotel. And yun lang po. Thank you. DIWA Party List po, 143.
Marami pong salamat. Congressman Michael F. Car at E5, please remain on stage, sir, as we call our convention chairman and the rest of the officers of PADPAW Pumuli a little bit of exercise. Please help us out for this presentation of the plaque of honor and distinction for Congressman. But also we have noted and put the name of your father in the plaque, sir. So, in grateful recognition po sa inyo pong exceptional achievement and lasting contribution, please do accept this plaque of honor and distinction given by PADPAW today. The day 2 of PADPAW 67 founding anniversary undersigned by your national president and chairman of the board, President Ramon E. Mercado. Marami pong salamat. Palakpakan po, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much po for your support, especially for giving and acknowledging President Mon as well for his service for several years, for many decades already for PADPAW. Marami.
Our suggestions, ang sabi ko sa nila, may we suggest that RCSU ang nagre-respond. So remember this, plain view ito, and at the same time, yung firearm should be the firearm owned by the agency. Kung individual firearm ng gwardiya yan, you don't have to worry, mapreso man siya. That's a violation of the law. That's let us help out. Let us give our share as far as the law is concerned. We have written SSS about our concern on the interest that we pay SSS when we are delayed in paying. It's not only the interest, we have also informed SSS that this includes yung surcharges. Yung surcharges. The surcharge is 3%.
Marami pong salamat, Colonel Espejo. Yun lang po bang may papalakpak natin for that very emotional and heartfelt message as our closing remarks. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, this time as we do a surprise announcement and award, we wanna emphasize unity, camaraderie, and sheer number as we recognize our biggest delegation. First of which, palakpakan po natin Unibond Companies. Pwede po ba natin silang paakyatin on stage for a very quick group photo opportunity with our officers. Unibond, kindly please come up on stage. That came rather in full force, showing tremendous support and participation in this year's 67th PADPAO Founding Anniversary National Convention. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for biggest delegation is going to be received by Region 4! Palakpakan naman po natin sila. We are calling the President of Region 4, President Freddy De Los Santos. Please, lahat po ng Region 4, we are acknowledging your strength, your number, your cooperation, everything that you have given to this event that really contributed so much for this event to be an extra successful. Maraming salamat po. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the award for the biggest delegation goes to Region 4. Palakpakan po muli natin sila. Ang iba po ay... Now, we are going to do the exit of callers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all be prepared for the exit of callers.
sa daigdigan ng seguridad o pagpaunahing mahal. Tanging ilaw at tanglaw, ganda sa iyong ilawan, tatagumpay. Mabuhay o mabuhay ka, Padbaw naming mahal.
Gabong palakpakan po para sa Padbaw! Let us continue to lead secure.